obviously Roger is known for his music, his creative genius, and his inspirational leadership on human rights. And Roger, I want to salute you for what you do, because I like that military bearing. A lot of people don't know all the things that Roger does behind the scenes in this world for people, to help them get through difficult situations, as I had, but also to more generally advance the cause of human rights. I love you so much, Roger, and get up here and tell us something about Julian.
One, two, oh. Hang on. I'm adjusting this microphone because I wrote something down last night and it's on my iPhone. I've no fucking idea what it is, but I'm gonna have a look. And whatever it is, I'm gonna say it. Sophia! Hey, baby! It's my goddaughter, Sophia. Hey! What was that?
He was given the soccer score.
One can't be too careful, you know, out in public. Trolls are everywhere. Hang on. This is weirdly bassy, this PA. Can we get any more top in it so that people can hear what I'm fucking saying?
No, it's good.
Get to it, my man. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. I'll stay on mic. Okay. I've no idea how long this is going to take because I can't remember writing it. But here we go. I can read it, which is brilliant. Are you ready? Yeah! All right. What does that say? Good afternoon.
So far, so good.
All right, I'll stop joking. Well, probably not, you know. It is great to see you all here, obviously. Well, who's that talking in the back of my... What the fuck is that? Turn it off.
Somebody get that guy out.
Crazy guy.
Professional.
I don't know what it is, but...
Seven! Shut the
It
fuck
sounds
up!
like bad radio. Shut up, please. Thank you.
Let me sick my dog on him here.
We're sicking Sophia, the goddaughter, on him. All right, here we go. Witness what's going on behind me. It's quite a good first sentence here. We live in what may be the craziest city, in what is definitely the craziest country in a crazy fucking world. As the Big Apple goes into its completely crazy Christmas thing, I was just thinking, wouldn't it be great if the holidays... hang on a minute. What is that? Oh, is it in my ears, do you think? Oh, no. I know what it is. I know what it is. Hang on. I'm sorry that I've been doing all of that. I heard it's on YouTube or something.
No, he...
That's what it was. Wow. We live and learn. It was a podcast playing in my hearing aid. So all I can do is apologise to whoever I was shouting and screaming at. It was me all along.
Voice inside your head.
Okay. What a relief.
It was definitely.
Okay, back to my speech, if I can find it.
Well done, Randy.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. I was just thinking, wouldn't it be great if the holidays were free of our attachments to competing deities or their disciples or prophets, and could simply be a seasonable expression of general thanks to no one in particular for the bounty that this beautiful planet bestows upon us poor sinners. And thank you, madam. I don't know, somebody chuckled, which is nice. And maybe even a celebration of our potential to look after one another. Paragraph. What's this got to do with Julian Assange? I hear you say. Well, actually, everything. Bear with me, I'll get there. Ever since the persecution of Julian Assange started in 2010, or whenever it was, I've been boiling with rage. Finally, someone was providing we the people with a hitherto absent public service, namely telling us the truth about what was really going on in the corridors of power and the theatres of war. The persecution has been going on for so long, it could have been hard to maintain our rage had not the smear campaign against Julian been enraging and diabolical and so constant. So the rage is still there, boiling away. But I'm going to digress and talk for a minute about hope. 5 years ago, in October 2017, during a tour of North America, I did a Q&A in Vancouver. It was a meeting to support the BDS movement. Thank you. And it was co-hosted by two charming ladies of different faiths. One, a Jewish lady, and one Muslim. We had a good talk. You can find it on YouTube if you're interested. Oh, fuck off, Keith. Sorry, that was a friend of mine. He texting me about football. I've told you not to text me about football, ever. Okay, sorry. We had a good talk. You can find it on YouTube if you're interested. Anyway, at the end, the Jewish lady asked me a final question. She was a little bit overcome, I have to say. She was a sweet woman. She said, "What gives you hope?" she said. "Isn't the human heart a remarkable organ?" Mine, in that moment, that evening in Vancouver 2017, took me back to a morning in New York City 15 years earlier, in 2002. I was with an old friend, a man called Etienne Rodagil, a great French lyricist who I was working with on Ça Ira, an opera about the French Revolution. I will get there, I promise. We had stopped for breakfast and sat in a patch of morning sun at a table on the sidewalk outside a bar on 54th Street. I had an espresso. Etienne had a famous grouse, a large one, and opened a packet of Benson & Hedges cigarettes. We chatted, the usual breakfast small talk, you know, the meaning of life, that sort of thing that Frenchmen do. Oh, sorry. Etienne took a few deep drags on his second or third Benson and did that thing Frenchmen do with their eyebrows raised and the corners of their mouths turned down. Hang on. Like that. He nodded. Ground out his cigarette in the ashtray, looked into my eyes and spoke. He said, "I was here." Translated, that is, I was here. I felt. That's the expression. Something. And perhaps I was not alone. Think about it. That is what gives me hope. Perhaps we are not alone. And that brings me back to Julian Assange. Julian Assange reminds me that I am not alone. Because in fact, without Julian Assange, we might as well be alone. Without a free press, we might as well be alone. Without basic human rights for all our brothers and sisters all over the world, irrespective of their colour, religion or nationality, we might as well all be alone. That is why we are standing shoulder to shoulder outside the British Embassy in New York City alongside our brother Julian Assange. So Julian, thank you for standing up to the man on our behalf these last 10 years. You are not alone here today on 2nd Avenue, New York, and neither are we. We are many, and we have a message for Vanessa Bereza, that apology for a magistrate that sent you down in that kangaroo court in London. Miss Bereza, you are a disgrace to the legal profession.
James.
Fuck you. Sorry, guys.
That's my line.
Sorry, I apologize. Sophia, quiet. When I spoke in London in Parliament Square back in February 2020, I wasted a few words on Boris Johnson, who was then the United States tame poodle, Johnson, in Parliament. He ignored the law and did the bidding of his masters in Washington. Today, the current pitiful British poodle, Rishi Sunak, is equally well trained and biddable. Rishi, sit! Good boy. What about the law, Mr. Sunak? What about Magna Carta? What about basic human rights, Mr. Sunak? You're a fucking wolf, Rishi. Paragraph. Okay, last week there was a glimmer of light from the mainstream media. The New York Times, Le Monde, the Guardian, Der Spiegel and El País published an open letter in support of dropping some of the charges against Julian. Welcome to the party, guys! Where the fuck have you been all these years? All these years when your colleague, Julian Assange, needed you, where were all your editorials exhorting the people to take to the streets in their millions before the dungeon doors slammed shut on free speech forever? I sincerely hope your half-assed letter is not just a whimper to cover your own sorry asses. I hope so. We shall see. There are others here to... I've nearly finished. There are others here to speak. So in conclusion, I'll just remind all interested parties, especially the executive branch of the government of the United States of America, Joe Biden et al., and also all members of Congress, to some advice my mother gave to me when I was just a young teenager. She said, Roger, you will have many important decisions to make during your lifetime. When you do, I advise you to, above all, do your research thoroughly. Do all the reading, listen to all opinions, especially opinions that differ from your own. If you are thorough and turn over every rock, you'll... Sorry, I don't know, I'm just telling a story. Where the fuck was I? It doesn't matter. I'll find out. If you're thorough and turn over every rock, you will have done all the heavy lifting. The next bit of the process is easy. So what's the easy bit, Mum? You just do the right thing. So Joe, come on, brother. For once in your fucking life, do the right thing! Free Julian Assange!
Yeah, free! Roger Waters!
Thank you very much. That's what I have to say on the subject. Don't forget to feed the dog.
Thank you. Thank you for the sweater, by the way.
No, it's cool. All right, thanks a lot.
Give him, bro. We have a lot more speakers. Goodbye, Roger.